how I lost 20 pounds, and more importantly, how I actually kept it off. Because I think that's the part no one really talks about. Losing weight is one thing, but keeping it off, feeling in control, not constantly starting again every Monday, that's a completely different story. And I feel like this is something so many women can relate to, because fat loss isn't just about food or training. It affects everything: your confidence, how you feel in your clothes, your energy, your mood, how you show up socially. And for me, that was exactly what it felt like. There was a point where I just felt completely uncomfortable in myself. Not just physically, mentally as well. I didn't feel healthy, I didn't feel confident, and I definitely didn't feel in control around food. And the frustrating part was, I wasn't someone who hadn't tried. I had tried everything. The I'll start Monday mindset, being really strict during the week, cutting things out, keto, overtraining, even running a marathon, thinking that would somehow fix it. Newsflash, it didn't. And if you're watching this feeling like you've been trying for ages and getting nowhere, I get it completely. My name's Alex. I help women from all over the world transform their bodies, get leaner, stronger, and less inflamed through an anti-inflammatory diet, healthier lifestyle habits, and workouts anyone can do, no matter how busy they are. Where did it all go wrong? For me, this started quite young. I became really aware of my body way earlier than I should have. Comparing myself, overthinking food, attaching so much meaning to how I looked. As I got older, it just got worse. Dieting became normal, restricting became normal, feeling guilty after eating became normal, and that's such a draining way to live. But at the time, it just felt like that was what you had to do. I genuinely believed that if I could just lose weight, everything would be better. I'd feel confident, I'd feel happier, I'd feel like myself again. But the way I was trying to get there was completely wrong. I was under-eating, then overeating, being strict, then falling off. All or nothing, constantly. And that cycle is exhausting, because you don't just feel physically rubbish, you start to feel like you're the problem, when actually it's the method that's failing you. And this is the part that changed everything for me. I stopped making my goal, I just want to lose weight, and shifted it to, I want to feel good again. And I know that sounds simple, but it completely changed the way I approached everything. Because when your only goal is weight loss, you'll do anything to get there. I did. Usually the quickest, most extreme option. But when your goal is to feel good, you start asking different questions. What gives me energy? What actually fills me up? What makes me feel less bloated? What can I actually stick to? And that's where things started to click. I stopped doing the all or nothing thing. No more extremes, no more starting over again, no more cutting everything out. Instead, I focused on small, consistent changes. I started paying attention to how food made me feel, not just calories. I focused on high protein, more whole nutrient-dense foods, reducing inflammation through what I was eating. And this is something I now coach all of my clients, because so many women are trying to lose weight while constantly inflaming their body. Ultra-processed foods, blood sugar spikes, stress from overtraining, and then wondering why they feel bloated, tired, and stuck. When you actually start supporting your body, everything changes. Your hunger improves, your energy improves, your cravings calm down, and fat loss becomes a byproduct, not a constant fight. The same thing happens with training. I didn't suddenly start smashing intense workouts every day. In fact, that's where I actually went wrong before. Too much intensity, too much stress on my body, and it actually works against me. What actually worked? Consistency, moving my body regularly, mixing strength training with Pilates style training, keeping things realistic. And this is exactly what my 3-2-1 method is built around now: strength, Pilates, conditioning, because it supports your body instead of burning it out. And this is the biggest thing I see now with my clients. They come to me after years of trying everything. They've done the diets, they've done the challenges, they've cut carbs, cut calories, cut everything, and they're exhausted. And within a few weeks of working together, the feedback is always the same. I feel so much better, not just I've lost weight, but I have more energy. I'm not constantly thinking about food. I feel in control again. I'm not bloated all the time. I'm actually enjoying this. And that is when you know it's working, because when something feels good, you stick to it. And when you stick to it, results happen. The reason this works is because we're not forcing the body anymore. We're working with it. We're stabilizing blood sugar, reducing inflammation, supporting hormones, building muscle, instead of constantly stressing the body into change. And this is why my clients don't just lose weight. They change their body composition. They get leaner, stronger, more defined without feeling like their life revolves around it. And I think this is really important to say. If you feel stuck, it's not because you're lazy. It's not because you lack discipline. It's because you've been taught methods that aren't sustainable. They're designed to fail. Quick fixes, short-term plans, all or nothing approaches, they don't last. So if you take anything from this, let it be this. You don't need to try harder. You need to try differently, because the things that actually work long-term, they're usually simpler, more sustainable, and honestly, a bit less dramatic than what social media makes you think. But they work. They last, and that's exactly what I help my clients do now. So if this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what part hit home. And if you're ready to stop starting over and actually do this properly, you can apply to work with me. Just click the first link in the description. I'd love to help you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.